Good morning, everybody. It's just after 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the village of Luss, which is on the western shores of Loch Lomond, and I'm here for sunrise, and it looks, he says optimistically, that it might actually be quite a nice sunrise this morning. I drove through some patches of fog on the way up, and the loch itself seems to be covered in a bit of a haze, so I'm hoping we might get quite a nice sunrise. This is a place I've shot quite a lot of in the past, and the reason I'm here is because it's an old reliable. I know I can get some nice shots here if the weather conditions are fine, and I'm actually here to try out a new toy that I got. I bought a second-hand tilt shift lens, which I'm hoping is going to allow me to do quite a lot more creatively. And specifically for this morning, I'm here to try out the shift part of that tilt shift, and see if I can use the lens to create some nice panoramics. So we're about half an hour, 40 minutes to sunrise. So I'm going to head down to the loch side and get the camera set up and see what we can do. So yeah, as you can see, the fog is quite extensive. You can't even make out the other side of the loch, but yeah, it's looking nice. So what I think I'm going to do is I've got this old, I think it's a drainage pipe here that leads out into the loch. I might use that as a kind of leading line to take you into the image. Got a bit of company this morning. There's quite a lot of ducks kicking about, but yeah, obviously I've got the old pier over there. Tilt shift lenses are quite versatile, and they have many uses, including architecture, landscape, product photography, food photography, fashion, portraiture, even kind of some weird special effects things such as the famous miniaturization effect that you can obtain with these lenses. So I'm going to try them all out over a couple of weeks, but today I'm concentrating mainly on the shift function, and as that's the one I'm most likely to use as a landscape photographer, where I'll use the shift function to generate 2, 3, sometimes 4 shot panoramics with very, very high resolution and very little distortion. So I stuck the new lens on the camera body and tried to decide what would be the first panoramic shot that I took. To be honest, the subject kind of picked itself. The whole design of the pier, it's kind of long, stretching out into the water, kind of lends itself to a panoramic image. So I found a reasonable viewpoint and set about trying to work out how to use the thing. As I think I mentioned, I bought it second hand, and the one thing it didn't come with was any instructions at all, so I was kind of winging it for a wee bit, you know. So yeah, just to kind of talk you through the process here. What I've done is I've set the composition up. I've got the shilt, the the shift as far to the right as I could get it, and I've focused here, as you can see, on the pier, and then I take that exposure, and then without moving the camera I just simply shift the lens to there. I took an exposure there and then shift it again and take another exposure. Yeah, the advantage of doing it this way is that you don't get any of the strange converging lines, you know, the verticals and whatnot, that you get if you actually physically move the camera. So, hi. I was in the middle of trying to take some photographs, some abstracts of these islands, when out of the corner of my eye I saw something moving in the water. And you can't be too careful here in Scotland, you know. We've got an essay in that. So I kind of spun round, kind of half expecting to find a bird swimming past, but no, two people. Swimming in the loch before sunrise. Crazy. Fair play to them though. I don't think I'd do that. So yeah, as you can see, the mist never really cleared, well, at least not yet, and we're quite a bit past sunrise now, so I don't think we're going to get anything too dramatic this morning, but yeah, it was a nice wee test for the new lens. I'll get these back onto the computer and we'll see how it's performed in what is, let's be honest, not exactly ideal conditions. I might still take a wee wander over to the pier and see if I can do a panorama from the edge of the pier. I've taken a panoramic here, kind of stretching from the old church there out past the rescue boat offices out towards the islands, and that little boat there. I'm not sure how it'll work because that's quite a range of exposures needed, but I had to do it on one go since it's all been done with a tilt shift. But this little section here in particular looks very, very nice as a panorama. So yeah, fingers crossed for that. As you might be able to gather, I'm at Luss Pier now. Which is just kind of juts out into the loch a little bit. Great place for tours and things like that in the summer. But yeah, I'm going to go up to the end there, try not to fall in, and I might take another panoramic along over there, see how that looks. I've taken another panorama here. This little seagull here has been quite obliging in that it's not moved since I started, and obviously panning across the loch up towards Ben Lomond. The light's not really doing an awful lot, but that little bright patch there is making for a little bit of interest in the shot. Yeah, by using the tilt shift on this, it looks like I've managed to get the panorama without distorting the straight edges of the pier, which provided it's in focus, which I'm not 100% sure about. But if it's in focus, then I think that might make for quite a nice shot. I should probably point out the tilt shift lens is manual focus, and my eyesight is shocking and getting worse every day. So it's a bit of a hit and a miss thing as to whether it's in focus or not. But it looks okay just now to me, which is probably the worst thing you could say. Anyway, the mist is really rolling in now, so I'll grab another few shots. And I was just about to pack up and go. I thought I'd seen the best of the light, and the sun started to come out over on the other side. Aye, so that was not a bad wee workout for the new lens. Obviously I've no idea if it's worked or not, so I guess if it's not worked you're not going to see this, so if you're watching this it probably worked. Yeah, the mist hasn't really burned off yet, but what we do have is some nice clouds over there in the island. I'll spin around let you see it. So yeah, I've spent the last 5-10 minutes taking pictures of these clouds on the island over there and on the horizon. As you can see, there's still not really an awful lot going on to the south, but it kind of comes and goes a wee bit to the north. My friend the seagull's gone, but yeah. I think I might have got a couple of images there. Which the next step is going to try and work out how to stitch them together, right? It's one thing taking a panorama, it's another thing making it look good. But yeah, not bad wee morning. It's still only about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a day ahead of me yet. I've still to finish tonight. It's Friday at the moment. So I've still to finish tonight's video, which is one over at Dunbar, where I came out to get the sunrise there. And the various things that happened with that. Hopefully the audio was worked this time, because it certainly didn't work last time. Yeah, all in, I was quite impressed by that lens. It did exactly what I thought it might do. As I said, I'd never used one before. And I'm going to try the tilt function in the next video and see if I can get to grips with that. Leave me a comment if you've used one of these lenses before and you've got any tips or things to avoid, and hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing, it helps the channel and my ego, and yeah, I'll see you again soon.